Hitman's 6th and final episode of Season 1 dropped on consoles this week, and guess what, folks? It's a bit of a doozy. So much so that it got us talking in the office this week, and that age-old question popped up once again. What are the best Hitman levels we've ever seen in the game's illustrious 16-year history? In that time, we've seen 6 different titles that have seen us travel the globe, taking down depraved individual after depraved individual as the Baldy Assassin. And while there was enough content to do a top 20, we decided to boil it down to 7. So without further ado, folks, here's Hitman's top 7 maps in its 16-year history. You know, 7 because it's Agent 47. Yeah, it's as tenuous as it gets, but you know what? We're okay with it. Player choice wasn't as rampant in the early iterations of the Hitman franchise compared to today's version, and rightly so considering the tech available back then, but that meant that IO placed more of an emphasis on tone and delivery in its missions. Hitman Contracts the Meat King's Party nailed both of those, and remains one of the darkest missions to date. It's a beaut. In it, Agent 47 is tasked with rescuing a client's daughter, who they believe has been kidnapped by the Meat King, Campbell Sturrock, who resides in Romania's biggest meat-packing plant that he owns with his brother. With the Meat King hosting a fetish soiree of sorts, though, Agent 47 has the perfect way in. Alas though, our Baldy Assassin friend is too late, as we see here. Thanks to Campbell's brother Malcolm and his sick sadistic ways, the client's daughter is no more. I mean, look at this weird as fuck shrine. Listen to the music. It should be noted here that Malcolm isn't actually a target, but how can you let that sumbitch live after what he's done? The mission itself actually tasks you with taking out Sturrock's dodgy lawyer, who is as high as a kite on opium that we brought him, mind, and the Meat King himself, with his entourage of gimp mask-wearing lady friends and constant deliveries of entire chickens for him to consume. Cooked, of course. Hey, what other games or levels let you serve whole roasted chickens with a silver baller up its ass to a guy in a fetish party who is the size of Jabba the Hutt? None. And the best thing is, you can use that grease-addled iconic pistol to bust a cap in his ass once you've done that. His ever so big flabby ass. Pop pop! It took us precisely 1 level before the iconic Hitman Blood Money was mentioned. 1. And I'm fairly sure this beast won't be the last. You know, because I'm sat here with a list in front of me and I can see what's on it, of course. Anyway, Hitman Blood Money was bloody ace. Every mission, iconic. Every one a masterpiece for the most part. But one of the best Blood Money maps was none other than FLATLINE, a mission that sees Agent 47 infiltrate a rehab clinic in Northern California to take out one of the mafia. Unlike other Hitman missions, though, this one isn't as straightforward, in that you have to reach an agent first who actually tells you who your target is. So before anything is said and done, you find yourself nicking an admission form off a patient having a smoke, admitting yourself to the complex, half-inching a therapist outfit, and making it to the medical wing to meet up with Agent Smith, all before you actually do any proper work. When the proper work starts though, oh boy does it start. Because folks, you don't just have one target, you have 2 more optional targets to take out too if you like. And because we love money, yes, we like. These 3 mafia footmen can be taken out a number of ways too. You can poison one of their drinks hidden in the garden. You can squish them with their own weight while they worked out in the atrium. You could poison one of their drinks stashed in the globe in the library. You could knock one of them out and push them in the jacuzzi to drown. You could poison, yeah, you see where I'm going with this. You could poison one of their drinks left in the kitchen. You can even explode a chandelier onto one of their faces. Or my personal favourite, cause a gas leak and watch them blow themselves up in their bedroom. You can even pose as a therapist and lure them off onto their own to talk about their problems. Shame 47 isn't much of a talker. Honestly though, hiding in the bathroom and watching them blow themselves up never gets old. Never. Absolution might not have been the perfect Hitman experience, but amidst all that faux drama were some great little Hitman sandboxes, akin to the quality of some of those from Blood Money. Attack of the Saints and Shaving Lenny were 2 great sandboxes, but our favourite and a perfect example of what makes Hitman so great is one of the early missions, the King of Chinatown. In this mission you're tasked with taking out the King, and there are more than a few ways you can do it, and it's this kind of choice that makes Hitman tick. Just how can you kill him, I hear you ask? Well, you can snipe him, you can push him into a manhole. Heck, you can snipe him into a manhole. You can poison his coffee. You can drop a load of cargo onto him. You can poison his sushi. You can strap explosives to his car, set off his car alarm to lure him over, and then blow him up remotely. You can poison his drugs. Heck, you can pose as his dealer and then lure him into a corner and take him out silently. While Absolution wasn't perfect, there are still fine levels such as this to delight your inner sadist. Yes, another Hitman Blood Money map, but in all honesty, we could probably have populated this entire list with just Blood Money maps. They were that good, all of them. This one though, Better Watch Out, was just perfect, and for so many reasons. Better Watch Out sees Agent 47 enter the cesspit that is a Hugh Hefner-style Playboy party in an equally Hefner-esque mansion to retrieve an incriminating piece of evidence, while also taking out 2 targets. The first is essentially a Hugh Hefner-style character who is bribing a senator. The second, the senator's degenerate son, who killed a nightclub dancer during a quote-unquote creative sexual tryst, whatever the fuck that means. Hefner's grotto, Lorne de Havilland's grotto has it all, from water features, hot tubs, plenty of scantily clad party guests, a drunk Santa, a VIP lounge, a pervy photographer, and a bizarre photo shoot going on in the pornography tycoon's second floor. What makes this mission so special is not the fact that you can wander around dressed as Kris Kringle himself, but the fact you can shoot the bottom out of a glass-bottomed hot tub and watch the sleazy senator's son fall to his death. That, and dropping a lighting ring on Haviland himself and watching his yappy little dog lose his shit. A dog, no less, that you can poison with his sausage. An actual sausage, not a, Anyway. On top of that, there's the mystery target too, one that ends up being a saucy fellow assassin who's out for Agent 47's blood. Take that, you vile temptress. IO's return with Hitman this year started off in incredible style, setting us up for what would turn out to be a wonderful season full of 6 equally excellent episodes. The debut episode, though, the Showstopper, was one of the season's highlights and set the standard for what would turn out to be Hitman's greatest ever adventure. Blood Money style player choice wasn't just back in this year's Hitman, it was redefined. The amount of different ways to take down your targets or get into advantageous situations in the 2016 reboot of sorts put all other Hitmans to shame, well, for the most part. Paris was the first indication that this new and improved Hitman was the new standard. In it, Agent 47 heads to Palais de Valevska in Paris, France, to take down fashion mogul Viktor Novikov and his insidious partner Dalia Margolis. When I say choice as well, we mean choice. It's a level chock full of choice and opportunity. You can plant explosives in a camera so that when Novikov has an interview with an upcoming fashion blogger, you can blow them both the hell up. You can become a fashion icon and swagger down the catwalk like a pro. You can drop the massive lighting structure on Novikov in his moment of glory. You can set off fireworks as a distraction. Rather brilliantly, you can even push one target onto the other target to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. More interestingly, you can attend a secret auction as either the brilliantly named Tobias Reaper or nip into the Sheik's place in his absence in said auction, and then how you kill Margolis is entirely up to you. May we suggest dropping a chandelier on her face? And that's just to name a few of the unique takedowns and opportunities. The possibilities are nigh on endless. Seriously, the depth and choice in this level is staggering. Stag-a-ring.
Yeah, thanks a lot, man. Real considerate. Mind staying out of my shot? Believe that guy.
One of the all-time classic Hitman levels can be found in Hitman Blood Money. Yes, Hitman Blood Money once again, where you're tasked with taking out an actor and an American ambassador in Paris while they rehearse for their upcoming operatic performance of Tosca. It's a mission where player choice and ingenuity were in abundance, creating some of the most iconic kills in the franchise's esteemed history. And that's no hyperbole either. Everyone remembers that time they switched out the prop World War I gun with a real World War I gun and watched their hit unfold in front of their eyes from the comfort of the auditorium. Never has one Hitman kill felt so satisfying. That's not all you can do in this mission though. Heck, you can even take to the stage as the executioner and perform your hit in front of a crowd of people and then walk off the stage without a care in the world. You can even time your shot with the bang of the prop gun from the rafters and then drop a chandelier on the head of the ambassador as he runs from safety to see the ill fate of his longtime friend. Curtains Down is an all-time classic Hitman level if ever there was one, and it takes a lot to beat that son of a bitch. There is no doubt in our minds that Hitman's World of Tomorrow mission that takes place in Sapienza, Italy is the best level to come out of the Danish studio in its entire 16-year history. Sapienza had it all and quickly became our favourite all-time Hitman map ever. Seriously, it's that good. In terms of iconic Hitman moments, Sapienza had them all covered, from deceptive and humorous to ingenious and the downright sick. It's surely one of the game's biggest ever maps as well, with cobbled streets and tight alleyways, a picturesque small dock and a town square, fresh with fashion shops, a huge church and an old fort. And that's before we even get to the huge mansion and the underground lab, which is at the forefront of the mission. With 2 targets and a virus to destroy, there's plenty to be doing and ways to be doing it. I could genuinely sit here for 10 minutes and list the amount of different ways in and the different ways there are to kill. It's mind-blowing when you think about it. You can deliver flowers to the grave of one of the main targets, Caruso, and when he's distracted, kill him and throw him in the wood chipper. Like, seriously, you can actually throw him in the wood chipper. You can pose as a therapist and kill him mid-session by smothering him with a pillow. You can drop a huge solar system display right on his noggin. You can snipe him through a telescope. Genuinely, truly a wow, holy shit moment, that one. For a more humorous kill, you can switch out one of Caruso's golf balls with an explosive golf ball and sit back and watch him explode himself 10 foot into the air. For something more sinister, you can force Caruso to escape and pluck him out the sky with a cannon. Yes, an actual cannon. You can freak him out by pretending to be the ghost of his dead mother too and lure him into a nice quiet spot. If you want to take out the other target in style too, yes, there's plenty of ways there. There's the usual explosive options, poison options, etc, etc. But posing as a bit on the side golf coach and calling her to her room only to poison her with rat poison and drown her in her own vomit is truly dark and wonderful, may we add. Dark and wonderful. If you want an ingenious way into the lab, you can pose as a dead body in the morgue, with a priest even saying a few blessings over your quote-unquote corpse, until one of the scientists who recently lost a friend turns up. Good night, sweetheart, we're taking your ID badge and his clothes. Apologies. Our condolences. If you get bored, you can even kill that annoying street performer down in the town square as well. It'd be rude not to. After all is said and done though, it has one of the most incredible and wonderfully disturbing assassinations in the history of the franchise. In this wonderful kill / set piece, Agent 47 can get his hands on a tape made by Caruso to stir a few tragic memories of the aforementioned dead mother. After putting the tape into the tape player, this is where it gets dark. Brilliantly dark. While waiting for Caruso to turn up, Agent 47 can grab an execution knife off a small stand in the far corner of the room and don the clothes of the plague doctor and pose in plain view, waiting for the opportune time to strike. The music, the cinematography, it's all incredible and comes together for one hell of a memorable kill. Possibly the most memorable kill in the franchise's long esteemed history. And to close the video, folks, we'll end with just that. Thanks for watching. If you did enjoy this video, don't forget to chuck us a follow and a like. They're free after all. And do let us know your favourite levels in the comments below. Enjoy, folks. This one is a real treat.
To make you mine. The taste of wine turns bitter on my tongue. There were candles burning when we made love. I see you lighting candles now as your feet are past those dirty hands on the table.
I'd forgotten about that.
I watch red wine drink to his fill. Get rid of him or I swear I will. Ritorna, I'm begging you, come back to me. Ritorna, I follow you, I'm watching you. Ritorna,
Target down. Next up, Francesca DeSantis.